Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be filming more of a tutorial style video. This way I'll be able to walk you guys through some of the steps I take when carrying out my everyday makeup routine. I'm going to be using the Naked Reloaded palette that I showed you guys in my last haul video. So if you guys want to see how I created this look, then just go ahead and keep on watching. Alright, so I always start with clean skin and then moisturize. So this is the It Cosmetics Confidence in a Gel Lotion, and I just take a small bit of this, a little bit more than a pea size, like that much, and then I'll just work it into my skin. This reminds me a lot of the Tatcha water cream. It goes on feeling like water. The consistency starts to change into that more of a moisturizer feeling. The primer I've been using is the NARS Pore and Shine Control Primer. I'll take a small bit like that, and then I focus the primer mostly into my T-zone around my pores, and then I'll take the rest of the product and work it outward to coat the rest of my face. So I am working in the salon today, so I'll do like my long wear foundation routine. The foundation that I always use for long wear is the Este Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Makeup. This is in the shade 3W1 Fawny. You can get a pump for this. I don't have a pump on it right now. I usually just pour a little bit onto the back of my hand. This is like medium buildable coverage. I'm kind of tan right now for my trip. This could be a little bit light, but I'll even it all out with some bronzer. Then I always apply with the Beauty Blender. Yeah, it looks a little like yellow, but we'll make it all blend. I'm using a ring light right now. I feel like that's kind of, the sun should be coming on soon, so I'm gonna try to open the curtains. Okay, so that shade is usually a pretty good match for me, but it's definitely a little pale for me right now, so I'm just going to end up blending that together with bronzer. Okay, and then I'm going to conceal my under eyes. I use the Tarte Shape Tape. Super full coverage, so I'll blend it out with my Beauty Blender, and then I'll take the excess product that's soaked up onto the sponge, and I'll use that to highlight my forehead and the bridge of my nose. I also work my concealer up on my eyelid, and then I use that as a base to my eyeshadow instead of using an eye primer. Okay, so then I bake my concealer. I'm using the Too Faced Born This Way Ethereal Setting Powder. I like this one as well as the Peach Perfect from Too Faced. The sifter out of mine, so it's just wide open like that, and then I'll dip my sponge into it and bake my under eyes, and then also work this product over to my eyelid. It definitely makes a difference as far as the longevity of your makeup. So I'll just do that onto my under eyes, and then I'll also set my forehead right here. I don't have super oily skin, but when I do notice oil, it'll be in my forehead and then down my T-zone as well. But while this bakes, I usually fill in my eyebrows, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that off camera just because it's hard for me to get close enough to my face while staying in the frame. Camera, I fill my eyebrows and using the It Cosmetics Build-A-Brow. I really like this because it's waterproof and the consistency of the product is kind of waxy, so it helps set your hairs down in place. I'll also sometimes take some of my concealer, so I did use my Tarte Shape Tape, and then with a small little concealer brush like this, and I'll just go in and dip into some of the concealer and clean up the edges of my brows. That just helps sharpen the shape and keep the edges looking really clean. Now I'm gonna go into my bronzer. My favorite bronzer right now is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This is in the shade Deep. This is the darkest one that they make. I love this bronzer because it goes on so smoothly on top of any other face product, so you don't have to worry about it looking patchy. I'll just take this on a large powder brush. This is just an e.l.f. brush, and then I'll warm up my cheekbones and then work it up through my temples and the top of my forehead. That's usually as much as I'll do as far as bronzing and contouring goes, and then I'll jump into my blush and highlight. The blush that I've been using so much lately is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Blush Trio in Peachy Love. Casey Holmes talks about this all the time. You get 3 shades here. They're all great individually, but what I like to do is mix them all together, which is what I'm going to do today. This is the Morphe M105 brush, so I'll just tap into all 3 of them, tap off some of the excess, and then work it onto my cheekbone. For highlight, I've been using my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit Palette. And then I'll take the second shade in here, which is the Hypnotic Strobe Light Strobe Powder. Hypnotic Strobe Light Strobe Powder. So that's this marbleized one right here. And then I take my Morphe M510 and then apply that to the high points of my face. Eyes, I'm going to be using the Naked Reloaded palette. I shared this with you guys in my last haul video. Now that I've had a chance to play with it, I wanted to share with you guys one of the looks I've been creating with it. Taking my MAC 224, I'm going to start with the shade Boundaries, and I'm going to buff that into my crease and use that as a transition shade. So I focus it above my crease. So when I'm buffing this out, I extend my transition shade out to the end of my eyebrow a little bit, and this kind of elongates the eye and gives the appearance of a larger eye. So you can build that transition shade up as much as you want. So I'm going to take a smaller blending brush and pick up this matte brown shade Endgame. I'm going to use this to create a little bit more depth and concentrate it on the outer corner and then work it into my crease. I'm just going to continue to go ahead and blend those shades together. Back into that shade Endgame on a more tapered pencil brush. Then I'm going to drag this onto my lower lash line. I like to do this as an alternative to lining my waterline. I feel like it just helps give more definition without being a mess and getting all over your face. When I put eyeliner on my waterline, it sometimes irritates my eyes. Next, taking this coppery rose gold shade here, Reputation, I'm going to dip my finger into that and apply it to the center of my lid. I usually get better color payoff when I use my finger to apply shimmery shades. And going back in with that smaller blending brush, I'm just going to blend all that together. Usually I feel like by the time I've blended it all, I'll lose some of the depth from the darker brown, so I'll pick up a little bit more of that. I'm going to dip into my Too Faced Peach Perfect palette and use the shade Peaches and Cream to highlight my brow bone. Then you can also take this same shade into your inner corner. Next, I'm just going to line my upper lash line using liquid eyeliner. This is the Clinique Pretty Easy Eyelining Pen. I really like this pen just because it's a felt tip that's super flexible and easy to manipulate, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Now I'm just going to curl my lashes using a Tweezerman eyelash curler. Today I'm going to use my It Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. For my lips today, I'm going to use my Kylie Lip Kit in the shade Posy K. It's this really pretty pink color. I always feel like this looks like such a pretty neutral pink, and then I put it on and it's like, whoa. And any fallout from any of the shadows, I'll just use a clean duo fiber brush and just brush everything away. Lastly, I just set everything. This is the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. I don't really know if this does anything, to be honest, but I'm just gonna go finish getting ready for work. Alright you guys, that is pretty much it. That is my everyday makeup routine. If you guys enjoy this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and then leave me a comment down below and let me know some other video ideas if you guys want to see some more tutorials from me. I just want to thank you guys again so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave if you guys haven't already, and hopefully I will get to see you in my next video. Bye guys.